Protect all beauty. Protect all beauty. Protect all beauty.
Alright, so the more I've been using Argenti and Hanya, the more I am actually liking them together and separately. They're both very good characters. I'm almost at the point where I am going to summon for his light cone. So I really didn't even want to summon for him, but I do want to get one copy of everyone. So his light cone was completely out of question, but again, when he is built up, this guy can hit like a truck, or you can make him just hit kind of mediocre, depending on your type of play. So he is a very energy hog. So if you build the team and the gear to give him the energy that he wants, this guy, he can go insane. So the main issue I have with my account is relics, or our relics. I don't have any luck when it comes to relics. I always get bad stats, and when I finally get a piece with good stats and I try to get rolls into them, they just go all over the place. But when it comes to relics, I've noticed that, again, for my account, for the boots, I actually prefer the attack boots over the speed boots. So my base speed is at 130 here. I didn't really get any rolls anywhere. But when I have Hanya and Ting Yun that's buffing his speed anyways, I don't really notice a difference. It's really about just charging his ultimate. Don't get me going on not having a Bronya. If only I had a Bronya. I don't know who to replace though if I had a Bronya. But so here's what I've been testing out lately. So I've been using the attack boots. Again, they're not bad boots. I got some rolls in crit damage and attack. So they're, again, not bad boots. But here, and Ting Yun, I used to run speed set on Ting Yun. I moved the speed set over to Hanya because Hanya benefits more from speed and Ting Yun benefits more from attack. So it just seemed to make better sense to me. The only minor issue is, Ting Yun's going to go first because of her speed is much higher, her initial speed, and you usually use her ult first. Or very early in MOC, and then that will buff the rest of the team with the speed set with more speed. I'm not getting that. That's the only downfall really to this. But Ting Yun, running the Dance 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 light cone is very popular because you get like a mini Bronya effect. So what I thought was, since I don't have Bronya, I'm going to put a Dance 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 on my Hanya, and I'm going to have double advance forward. I don't want to fully level this light cone because I'm just kind of experimenting here, but it's actually been working out a little better than I thought it would, to the point where I may actually keep it on here. I'm a little surprised, but it does work. Oh yeah, and looking at my ho-ho again, the build is like nothing special, but one thing I'm running is this light cone. Just gives me 3 energy. Now it's really small, but believe it or not, this will allow me to get Argenti's like full 180 energy ultimate before his first attack in the first cycle. Now for my account, testing that's actually not a good thing. I find I do more damage overall when I use his ultimate before I actually use Ting Yun's ultimate, just to get some initial damage out there, get some of the crit rate stats out there, and then use Ting Yun's ultimate to buff them. But at the end of the day, for me, again, for my account, the amount of cycles is still the same, so it really doesn't matter if I want to hit with smaller numbers or one larger, bigger number. But if I wanted to do the bigger number, again, this light cone does make a difference, and I'll show it here in a minute. So my account, I can consistently get 3 cycles. I can auto 3 cycles. I can get 2 cycles, but I have to actually play it a little bit hard, go a little bit sweaty. I cannot get 1 cycle. I definitely can't get 0 cycle. I think to be able to get 0 cycle, your Argenti will definitely need slightly better relics than what I have. I think you have to have the light cone, just because the light cone provides so much more damage, and you may need Eidolons on him, maybe 1 or 2, to be able to 0 cycle this. I don't know, maybe, you know, I guess time will tell. We'll see what people are doing. Maybe there's something else in my setup, but I'm very far off to do 0 cycle or even 1 cycle. But and 2 cycle is kind of a struggle as well. Alright, so let's get into this. So starting out, obviously you want to put the burden debuff on the main enemy unit here. So this is where I've tested doing Team Union's buff before or after Argenti's ultimate, and really it doesn't make any difference unless you're going for like 0 cycle. If you can't clear this in 0 cycles, it doesn't make a difference whether you go before or after. So you can see what I'm doing is I'm actually going to use his ultimate here, and then so it's not fully charged, so it doesn't have the 180 energy to do the second hit and do the maximum damage. But then I'm going to have some energy. I'm going to use Team Yoon's ultimate to kind of charge him back up and also buff his stats, so then his next ultimate will be fully maxed out. Also, another thing to note, because I'm running dual dance, I don't want to pop Team Yoon's ultimate and Hanya's ultimate at like the same time. I want to bring Argenti back up from the cycle. So you can see right now he is in the next cycle because he just took his turn. So I'm going to use Hanya to bring him back up. But again, for my count, it doesn't really matter because I can't beat this guy in 0 cycle. I can get really close, but I can't beat him. So I'm at max energy with Argenti, so I'm going to use his ultimate here. I did use Ho-Ho's ultimate to get more damage, but again, I didn't use Hanya's ultimate. So now I'm going to use it to buff him up and then bring him back up to the first cycle. So this is why I say if I had his light cone, some slightly better gear, or maybe even a Bronya, I think 0 cycle is very realistic, but with my current team and my current stats, I can't 0 cycle this, but I can get him pretty close.
My oath is to a solitary road.
So you can see I got him about 50%, and then the end of the cycle he took damage. Now I can get him normally anywhere from like 1% to 20%. This one's probably what, close to maybe 15%. But I can never kill him. I can't get rid of him. So regardless of what I do, it always goes to the next cycle.
It's so good to stand here and do nothing. The mere thought of having to return to mountains of criminal reports in the Hall of Karma makes me wish I could stand here forever.
Sometimes I forget about their voice acting. It's hilarious. So I go ahead and refresh the burden debuff, and you know, at this point I'm kind of thinking about transitioning. So I want to try to hopefully get Argenti's ultimate or transition with his ultimate, but it looks like I can't do enough damage without using his ultimate to be able to transition to the second phase.
Still in denial?
So I was thinking if there's any way I can kill this guy without using Argenti's ultimate, but I don't think there is. So I went ahead, just put a burden debuff on him just to make sure he dies. I'm pretty sure he would.
Until I see, I will protect all beauty.
Alright, so phase 2, so I do put the debuff on Japard first, and I target him first, but I found I do need to do some damage to the other guy to balance out the damage if I want to get the 2 cycle. So again, I use Team Yoon's ultimate and advance him forward, but again, I'm going to save Hanya's ultimate at a later point in time. I don't want to use them at the same time. So I should be good to go here. But I am thinking about how can I maximize the ultimate here. So I do the attack. I got the 108 energy, but now I'm going to get Ho-Ho's ultimate and use that to provide more buzz for Argenti, so his ultimate should hit even harder. It is a little bit of waste on energy, but I think it's a trade-off, right? To do more damage versus getting more energy for the next ultimate. And now I use Hanya's ultimate to advance forward him a little bit more so he can get another attack in the same cycle. So in addition to this, he should now be fully buffed. So he should have Team Yoon's buff, he should have Ho-Ho's buff, and now he has Hanya's buff. So at this point, I pretty much ran out of fuel. All I can do is just my skill attacks, just kind of build up some energy and go into the next cycle. So I am focusing on this other guy here, chipping him down a little bit, you know, trying to make him equal damage with Japard, so then hopefully I can finish it with one Argenti ultimate. Wow, I came so close, my Tingy almost died. Wow, that was close. Almost ruined the entire run. So looking at what I got left, my only win condition here is if Team Yun doesn't die, thank goodness, I use her ultimate to fully max out my Argenti so that he can do his ultimate, his 180 ultimate, and wipe out the units. That is the only way I'm going to finish it on this cycle. Now I'm debating where to put the debuff here, but I think, yeah, Japard makes the most sense because he has the most life. This other horse thing is probably going to die. So I'm going to go ahead and buff up my Argenti here. I'm going to go ahead and use the ultimate. And with any luck, this might be it. Let's see. 155, yep, wiped them both out. So there we go, 2 cycle Argenti with very crap gear, no light cone, no eidolons, and 2 dance. So I'm going to try use the exact same team in Swarm Disaster using the Elation Path. Let's see how this turns out. If it turns out to be some good, I'll probably make a video on it. But we know Swarm Disaster, a lot of it is about the blessings that you get. But I want to try Argenti. I think he's going to do very well. All right, well, that's it for me. I'm really interested to see, especially free-to-plays, if you're able to get 0 or even 1 cycle without a Bronya. How are you doing it? I think I've tried every possible combination I can with what I have, and that's probably the best one to do. All right, well, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.